staggered by this curious weakness. But how would it affect your unbelief if I could show you we were telling the truth?
Show me.
Yes.
Rubbish.
Suppose I found a way to show you beyond all doubt.
Nonsense.
What a man. Won't you answer me at least? I don't ask that you take our word for it. Suppose I found a place where you could see and hear quite clearly. Then what would you have to say about this good man?
Well, in that case, no, I'd say nothing because it couldn't happen.
This delusion has lasted for too long, and I'm tired of being accused of lying. It's high time I gave myself the satisfaction of showing you everything we've said is true.
All right. I'll take you at your word. Let's see you keep your promise.
Bring him downstairs.
He's cunning. He might not be so easy to catch out.
No. In love, deceit is easy. Vanity leads people to fool themselves. Bring him to me. And you two better go. Get under the table.
What?
It's quite important. You're well hidden.
Why under that table?
Oh, God! Do what you're told. I have my plan, you'll see. Come on, get under it. When you're there, keep quiet and make sure he doesn't see you.
I must say this is all very silly. But I can't wait to see you prove your point.
I don't believe you'll have any complaints.
You mustn't be surprised if I sound strange. Or be at all shocked. Whatever I say, remember, I have promised to convince you and must be given free rein.
I shall coax, since I'm reduced to this hypocrite to take his mask off. And I'll only stop when you acknowledge you were wrong. So things will go as far as you allow them. It's up to you to interrupt his ardour when you consider things have gone far enough. Protect your wife and don't expose me to any more than you need to be convinced. It's your business and you're in charge, so make... Here he comes! He's there! Mind he doesn't see you!
I'm told you asked to see me in this room.
Yes, there's a secret I must tell you. But before I do, would you please close that door and make sure no one's likely to surprise us? We don't want a repeat of what just happened for anything. I've never been so shocked. Dami gave me a dreadful fright on your behalf. And as you saw, I tried to calm him down and frustrate his intentions. It's true, I was so worried it never occurred to me to contradict his story. But, thank God, for that very reason things turned out much better and less dangerously. Your reputation soon dispelled the storm. My husband couldn't think badly of you. And to show his contempt for crude suspicions, he wants us to spend lots of time together. And that's why I can be alone with you here now, without any fear of being judged. and what allows me to reveal to you what I should perhaps keep back a little longer. That I'm prepared to entertain your suit.
I'm not quite sure I follow you, madame. Just now you gave a very different answer.
Oh, well, if my refusal put you off, you must know very little about women. You're no good at interpreting what's meant by such an obviously weak defense. On these occasions, modesty is bound to be in conflict with our tender feelings. However right yielding to love may feel, it's always slightly shaming to admit it. At first we fight against it, but the way we do so is a sign of our surrender. Our voice, for virtue's sake, protesting feebly against our instincts, gives the kind of no which promises you everything. Well, that's a pretty damning confession, I suppose. I haven't paid much heed to modesty. But since it's in the open now at last, would I have tried so hard to silence Dami? I ask you, would I have so quietly listened to that long declaration of your love? Would I have taken it the way I did, unless something about it gave me pleasure? And when I tried to blackmail you myself, not to accept this newly arranged wedding, what did my urgency suggest to you? If not that you now meant a lot to me, and that this proposed marriage would upset me, by at the very least making me share a love I wanted for myself alone.
To hear such words from such a lovely mouth is exquisitely pleasurable, madame. Their honey sends unprecedented sweetness flowing in long draughts through my entire system. My main concern is to be fortunate enough to pleasure you. And my greatest blessing will be to fulfill your desires. But forgive me if I take the liberty of casting some small doubt on my good fortune. What you say might be a straightforward trick to make me break off this impending marriage, and to be brutally honest, I shan't trust these delicious suggestions you have made until I get a taste of what I crave.
Well, surely you don't have to move quite so fast and exhaust all the possibilities in one go. To make such an intimate confession to you practically killed me. And now I find it's not enough for you. You mean you won't be satisfied until this thing has gone as far as it can go?
An undeserving man can never quite rely on hope. And conversation's not a firm basis for love. You see, I don't think I deserve your kindness. I can't accept my boldness has paid off. I won't believe in it. Not until you find some realistic method to convince me.
Oh, God. Now you're behaving like a tyrant and plunging me into a strange confusion. Your love has taken passionate control. Your desires are violently demanding. Is there no way out? Won't you give a girl a breathing space? understand is it right to make such mercilessly rigorous demands and take advantage so insistently of this weakness you know I have for you?
But why, if you approve of my advances, refuse me the definitive credentials?
We're always told we must fear heaven's judgments.
If heaven is all you're worried about, leave it to me to deal with that problem. You mustn't let that hold you back.
How can I agree to what you want without, as you would say, offending God?
It is true that certain pleasures are forbidden by God, but there are ways of getting around this. Depending on one's needs, there is a method of loosening the fetters of one's conscience, setting the purity of our intentions against the evil of the deed itself. I'll explain this mystery some other time. All you need to do for now is what I tell you. Oh, don't be afraid to fulfill my desires. I'll be responsible for everything and take the sin upon myself to damn. That is a bad cough.
Yes, it's misery.
Perhaps it would help to suck a piece of licorice.
This cold has clung on. I can't seem to shift it. I don't think it would help much to suck anything.
Well, that is trying.
Yes, unspeakably.
Anyway, I can easily help you with your scruples. This will be completely secret, I can assure you. And the only evil is to make a great noise about things. Sinning in silence is no sin at all.
All right. I see there's no alternative but to submit and give you what you want. Clearly, you can't be happy with a promise, and nothing less will do.
Yeah.
I can't deny I don't want to go this far and do it against my better judgment.
Yeah.
All the same, since you insist on making me and won't believe in my assurances and need more palpable corroboration, I must grit my teeth and try to keep you happy. And if agreeing to it is a crime, then so much the worse for the man who's behind it, forcing me to it. It won't be my fault.
Yes, you. Leave it to me, madame. You'll find.
Just open that door, would you? And make sure my husband isn't in the gallery.
Why worry about him? Between ourselves, he's very easy to manipulate. I've got him so he wouldn't believe us, even if he saw us.
Never mind. Just go. And have a really good look round down there.
So you were right. What an appalling man. I can't get over it. It's such a shock.
What, already? Get back under the tablecloth. You're early. Wait till he's finished to be on the safe side. I don't want you making any unfair assumptions.
He's worse than any devil out of hell.
Good God, now don't go jumping to conclusions. Before you change your mind, I think you should be properly convinced. So don't be hasty. I wouldn't want you to make a mistake.
There's no one there. Checked all round. Nothing can stop me being happy now. My delight.
Slow down. You're letting your desires run rampant. I shouldn't let yourself get too excited. So, my good man, you thought you could deceive me. When you decide to give way to temptation, nobody can say that you do the thing by halves. marrying my daughter, lusting for my wife. I couldn't believe it was really happening. I kept waiting for you to change your tune, but now I think we've had quite enough proof. I'm satisfied in my mind. That's all I need.
I did all this against my better judgment. I couldn't think of an alternative.
Oh, you mean you think...
Oh, please. Let's have no fuss. Just take yourself off without further ado.
I never meant...
Will you get out of my house? No, you get out! It's my house now!
It won't do you the slightest good to grub up these cheap excuses to get rid of me. Attacking me is more dangerous than you think. I have my way of punishing traitors.
Avenging this insult to God and making people who try to throw me out repent!
What does he mean?
Oh, my God. What shall I do? This could be serious.
Why?
What he just said. I fear that deed of gift was a mistake.
What deed of gift?
It's all signed, I'm afraid. But something else he said disturbed me more.
What?
I'll explain. But first of all, let's see if that attaché case is still upstairs.
What attaché case?